Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 51 of Always 10 Minutes, Star Wars Unlimited podcast. I am Marcus, and with me today, as usual, is Magnus. Hello, Magnus.
Hello there.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine.
This glorious
tired,
Monday.
A bit tired, as said, but got some extra energy now that I'm gonna talk some Star Wars Unlimited.
Yes, it's
That's
always good.
Fun to do.
Yeah. I took a nap after dinner, and I was like, when I woke up, I was like, oh, I cannot. I don't want to do the podcast today. Then I sat down. We started to talk a little bit, and I was like, yes. So I woke up a little bit. New energy.
Yeah, it's kind of strange because sometimes you get that during the day when you know you're gonna record. Like, oh, I don't know if I'm up to it tonight or today. But then I mean, 100% for me when we like start talking before recording.
Yeah,
I always get super hyped, and it's super fun to do the podcast. So I don't know why I get that feeling sometimes. Maybe it's just because you're tired after working and you just want to like lay on the couch and do nothing.
But, I mean, it is. I mean, it is not. It's not. I mean, it's not super hard, but it's not easy to always do the podcast like continuously, because sometimes you get into periods where it's like, I don't want to do this anymore, and it's not as fun. But when you sit down and do it, it is actually fun. But it takes. I mean, we put in quite a lot of thoughts in this, and put in some. I do the editing, so that takes some time, and it's like sometimes you go into a period where it's like, this is tedious, but it's fun when you start doing it anyway. So,
it's always fun when we start recording.
For sure. And the periods comes where it's a lot of fun, and you get super hyped, and you're full of ideas, and you get creative with it, and it's like so it's ups and downs as always with life. But it's I always enjoy it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, me too.
For sure. So, what have you been up to the last 2 weeks? It's 2 weeks now when we record. We sometimes.
Yeah, but this time it's actually 4 weeks.
It's actually 4 weeks
because we missed one. Yeah, we missed one because of I guess mostly because of what I've been up to.
So it's your fault.
I went away for I went to the regional in Prague.
Yeah.
And we went Thursday to Monday, so that took up a lot of time away from the family and home and work.
Yeah.
So I guess that's one of the reasons we choose to like skip the last episode and go to this one.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll take that. That's on me this time at least. But, so. That's kind of what I've been up to. So the regional in Prague, and I mean it's hard. It's almost harder to like. It's almost like I don't want to talk about it because it's so hard to really get like how fun an event like that is to go to. I really want to hype it for people who hasn't tried it, and I really think if you like the game enough to listen to podcasts about it, you should go. You should go and visit a regional or a sector, or maybe if you're in America, why not go to Worlds? Because
Galactics.
Like the regionals, the Galactics, because it is such a great time to do.
Yeah, for sure. I
and for me, and I mean, I love to compete, so I always want to do well. But this time around, I did really poorly in both the limited and the premier tournament. But despite that, I mean that's like such a small part of the whole event. I feel like, of course, the playing the game is a big part of it, but like not doing well is. It really does, at least for me, it really doesn't feel that big of a thing. I kind of get over each loss quite fast when I go to these big events, because it's just okay. Well, let's play the next game, and when you're like out of the tournament, okay, well, I'll go play some side events, and then I know that we're gonna meet up and go out, have a great dinner, have some beers in the evening, and And then you know that like the next day you're going to play again.
Yeah.
So it's
for sure. And if you go away for 4 days like you did, it's more than only the tournament and the competition. I mean, that can be important for you, but it's still so much more, as you say, like hanging out there, sharing the living together, going out to a restaurant, playing side events. There's so much more to do than only the competition, for sure.
Yeah, if you compare it to going to like a 1 day event, like a PQ.
A PQ, yeah.
I mean, at a PQ, if you do badly, it could be feel kind of bad sometimes because you thought maybe you would do better, and when it's over, then that was it, and maybe you go home right after the tournament,
or you need to wait for hours for the people who are in top 8 or something. You're in the same car or something.
yeah,
for sure.
But that's at a big tournament like this, it's like, even if most people like drop as soon as they're not in the competition of going to day 2, and just go and play other stuff, like play. I tried to play a lot of Twin Suns in Prague. I loved playing Twin Suns, so it's really fun when you can really play. You can play with people you'll never play.
Yeah, for sure.
Otherwise,
and that's fun.
So that's super fun.
Yeah, for sure. And also, it was. I don't think any of you from the local group, our local group, did very well, because it was very quiet in the local Discord. Otherwise, there's a lot of chattering about it, but it was very quiet. The only things we got was your pub Suns pictures when you played Twin Suns on the pub. It was like this. It's like good.
I mean, that was the great times. Like the event was very fun as well, and I had only like great opponents all through the weekend. Yeah, not a single like sad or like upset. Because I of course I didn't do that well. I was at the lower tables at the end of the tournament, and everyone was happy. Everyone had a good time.
That's good.
That's kind of the best.
And that's also what I said when I was in the PQ in Graz in Austria. Because when I went down there, I was like, how will the players be there? Because I'm used to the Swedish players or the Scandinavian players, and they are really nice, all of them. And it's like, I don't know how they are down there, but they were all super nice and super good. And I heard a lot of you people who went to Prague also say the same thing, that the community, as we have said this so many times, but the community around Stars Unlimited, here in Europe at least, are amazing. They're really nice people. Everybody plays because it's fun. Everybody wants to win, but there's no like sad faces or upset people. There's people are nice and cool about it, and I love that. So
I mean, of course, everyone can, and I do that as well. You can get kind of bummed out and maybe get,
of course,
like if you lose an important game, or but
that's allowed.
You take a few moments, and then you're in a good mood again.
Of course,
you're in a good mood. Like before it's time to play the next game, and then you sit down and you have a great time with the new player you're gonna face.
Course. So
but you're allowed to be okay grumpy. To have you're allowed to like feel something when you lose.
Sure.
We go and we compete for a reason, so of course
it's good to feel and show your feelings a little bit.
But then like I try to not tilt too much. We did have a lot of jokes about tilting the weekend, because all of us did really poorly, not really poorly, but not good enough. I guess.
Good enough.
There was some of the guys did better. I guess I was one of the lowest performing in the weekend, and I had like I can go like through my
I was about to
playing.
I was about to say that. So if we start what you brought down there for the premier tournament.
I mean, and I think I'll start with the Friday, because the Friday was the limited. So Friday started with sealed, and that's the great thing about regionals as well, because you have a sealed tournament on the Friday. If you don't go to day 2, then you play Premier on the Saturday, so you really get a lot of playing.
That's nice.
Even if you don't do well. So, and I mean, sealed. I really enjoy sealed in this set, but and we have played quite a lot of sealed in our local group. I feel, but that also means that we kind of know that, especially in a competition like this, we were 600 or 700 people, I think, in that tournament. And to do well in a tournament like that, you really need to have a good sealed pool.
Pool called, yeah.
And I mean the cards I opened up, it wasn't bad, but I felt from the beginning, like when I put the deck together, that it's gonna be really tough for me to actually go to day 2.
Yeah.
I think they played 8 rounds.
Wow.
In must have been 8 rounds of Swiss in the sealed, and you had to all X and so all 6 and 2s or better went to day 2.
Wow.
So I really felt that's gonna be very tough for me to make it with that.
8 rounds is also a lot when you know that you're going into the premiere the day after.
Yeah. I'm still 0 out of all of my sealed pools to have a mastery in the among the cards, and that is, I mean, of course you can win without the card, but that helps your deck very much in this sealed meta. So unfortunately, but I did get some good cards. I played Vel, as a lot of other people did.
He's a good leader in sealed.
Yeah, I started out with a win. So that was nice. Then I lost a game. I lost 2 games in a row. So I was 1 and 2. Then I won a game. So I was 2 and 2. And I mean, after these 4 games, I really felt like the deck, when I was 2 and 2, for me to win 4 games in a row with and getting better and better, like players and decks, like going for each win you have as well.
Yeah.
That I didn't feel that was gonna happen. So I was kind of very set on like dropping after maybe the 5th or the 6th game and go play Twin Suns. So I did lose a very tight 5th game. So I went 2 and 3, and then I dropped and went and played some Twin Suns instead.
Yep.
So I had a really nice time playing. All of my opponents was great.
So what did you combine Vel with? The color of the base?
I almost don't remember, but I did do the red base. I really wanted to go yellow because I actually did have a Liberty in my deck.
Oh, nice.
That's one of the great cards I drew. But I had like all of my turn. I didn't have any turn 1 drops in blue almost.
Okay.
And I didn't have any turn 1 drops in yellow.
All right.
So I had a lot of good ones in red. So I had to go red.
Yeah, of course.
And with the splash base, you can add in some cards as well. I think though the Liberty is kind of hard with splash base, but because like often you've used it when you have to use it before
earlier,
earlier than Liberty. But I mean, it's not impossible. But yeah.
For sure.
So
all right, cool.
Yeah.
But then you went playing Twin Suns.
Yeah, I played a small like Twin Suns side event, so it was 2 rounds of Twin Suns.
Okay.
And a very casual. You get tickets for the prize wall. So
yep.
I don't remember how much tickets you got, but like everyone gets tickets, and the winner gets a few more tickets.
All right.
So it's not that important to win. I think in both of my games, we actually choose to split all the tickets all around evenly as well. So evenly.
That's cool.
It's just a very fun casual.
That's cool.
And I did make my Dooku Twin Suns deck. So so the new Dooku from the Twin Suns pre-cons and the old Dooku.
Sounds like a Japanese
deck. Work very well together. The new Dooku makes battle droid tokens, and the old Dooku can use exploit to put out bigger things early. So kind of fun.
You have played it sometimes when we played in the locals. It's a lot of it's a cool deck.
I didn't win any of the games, but we had very fun games. In our first game, it was we were only 3 players, unfortunately, but and it ended up being like me and two of the friends we went there with.
Oh,
so it wasn't
okay.
like new players,
All right.
unfortunately. But
Yeah.
but the fun thing, we had a very strange turn in the last or the next. I think it was the last round actually.
Yeah.
We were one of the players played out the Slymore unit. So in Twin Suns, that's kind of funny, but because that says that when everyone else in the game tries to attack a base, they get -2 on attack.
So
it doesn't work for you, but when and I just for fun actually played a clone on that Slymore unit.
Oh wow!
So the third player got -4 if you wanted to play.
They stack up
that turn. Yeah, they stack. So that's a fun.
Not for the third person.
The math got really hard in the end because that was kind of fun.
Yeah, there's so many weird things that we can end up with in the Twin Suns. I just remember now when we played at the local store and everybody won except one. He lost, but there were 3 winners and 1 losing guy. It's
an
cool.
amazing format. That. It's very fun to play.
Yeah, I love Twin Suns. It's a lot of fun.
I mean, I guess that was my what I played on the Friday.
That's cool.
However,
can I just say that? So if we made a Twin Suns video where we show all the like pre-built Twin Suns deck. So we have that video on our YouTube where you can check that out because we got all the pre-built Twin Suns decks from Asmodee and FFG. So we showed them off when we played with our friends Emil and Gustav. So go check that out if you want to see. If you're not familiar with the format, you can go check that video out and also see the new decks there. Yeah. Shameless plug there.
There was another quite very, very unusual thing that happened on the Friday. So we I think it was like mid seal tournament. We were 3 of us who went there together. Me, one of the Marcus and Andreas. We were finished quite early with our games. So I think it was Marcus. He wanted to play Twin Suns later, so he went to. There was a vendor. A store inside the building, so there was like a game shop that's put up a store inside. So he was like, okay, maybe I should like buy a Twin Suns deck from the precons, so he can join and play Twin Suns. And just for fun, he also bought a Carbonite booster. Because why not? It's always fun and see if you like get the jackpot.
Yeah, I buy that.
And of course, he did open a showcase in that.
Oh wow, booster. Nice!
So that was really nice, and we started like joking about it, and it's like, oh, what are like also kind of low now to open a showcase actually in a Carbonite booster. So we started to joke about because it was a completely new like box that they opened for him to take a booster. So we started to joke, maybe it's a god box. A god box, if you don't know, it's like it's a wrongly. I don't know if they do it on purpose or if it's like fault in the printing. But it's a god box. It's a box where each booster has a showcase instead of like 1 in 24 boosters, or it's actually 1 in 48 boosters now, I think. On Carbonite.
Yeah, they changed that.
And there's 12 boosters in our box. So it's kind of low chance to get one.
Yep.
So Andreas said, like, I'll take one for the team. I'll go and buy a Carbonite booster just to see if. I mean, why not?
Why not? Sure.
Let's roll the dice. Let's roll the dice.
For sure.
And like the look on our faces when he also opened the showcase from that pack.
Yeah.
It was like such an unreal moment, like in the middle of this big tournament, like the store in the middle, and we were just like, okay, kind of quietly went back in line for the store, and then we agreed on like we split the box,
just buy it all.
So we bought the whole box, and and we split it. So we actually all got 4 showcases each.
So
we opened 4 boosters each with a showcase in it.
That's crazy.
But that was I'd never in my wildest dreams thought I'd actually get to open a god box in a TCG. But
that's cool.
So that's I really have to thank Marcus and Andreas for that.
Yeah.
I guess.
But the amount of boxes of carbonate boosters you have opened throughout these sets, you really deserve it.
That's true. Yeah. But this is such an anomaly.
Yeah, like of course. But
it was really great.
When you put that up on our Discord, it's like, oh my god, everybody was like, shit, that's that's cool.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
And but I guess and I think that was like after round 2 or something in the tournament. So we joked after that when everyone was doing poorly in the tournaments. I guess we used up our luck for the tournament on that
the god booster,
on the god
pack for
box because didn't do well after that. I guess, but at least we didn't go home empty-handed.
True. So what did you bring for the Premier tournament? What deck did you bring?
I brought my old friend Grand Admiral Thrawn from set 4 with a yellow 4-space.
Yeah. So Thrawn from Jump to Light Speed.
Yeah. So it's I guess I maybe have like my own version of it, but it's not. I think if you've seen the deck, you know what it does. Like I have a mastery in it. I think that's kind of fun to put on and quite good to put on Thrawn. Like he can be quite beefy and do a lot of damage.
Yeah, we disagree with fun there, but sure.
Yeah. So I had really hard to choose what I should bring to this tournament because the meta is so open.
Yeah. So what did you choose between?
On our PQ a few weeks back, I did play what's her name? Aura Singh with the data.
Oh yeah, true.
I really like that deck. It's super fun to play. But in that PQ, the only 2 losses I had, and that made me not go to the top 8, that I was 10th again in a PQ. I think I lost to 2 Boba Lake Country decks. One Lake Country and 1 Data Vault. So 2 Boba decks. And I expected there to be quite a lot of those at Prague. So I didn't feel like I didn't want to go to Prague and lose to like 3 Bobas and then just have a bad time because of that.
Yeah,
I wanted something else, and I actually think that this deck does quite well into Boba.
Yeah.
So and into a lot of other things, and I really enjoy playing it.
I was just about to say that. I know you enjoy playing that deck also. So.
Yeah. And it started very well, actually. My first round, I did face a Boba Lake Country deck, and I did win 2-0.
Nice.
Quite comfortably. 2 quite easy wins. But I did draw the cards I needed to draw, like the Legacy Run and such. So that helps, of course.
Yeah.
In my game 2, I faced another Boba Lake Country.
Oh my god!
So at least I did guess what I was gonna meet.
So good thing you did not bring Aura then.
Yeah, because at least the version of Aura I played wasn't very good into Boba. Unfortunately, though, I did lose that game 2 and 1. And this is the game. It was a very nice woman I met there. She was super nice. We had great games. I did win the first game quite easily, and then we had a little more tight game the second game, but I lost that. Yeah, and then the last game was going really well for me. Actually, when you start to almost feel like, oh, this is going good. I should like bring this home.
Yeah.
And then
famous last words.
Like, and against Boba, you never. It's such an explosive deck, so you can always win. But she actually did apologize almost in the end, because how it ended up was like on her 8th resource turn, she played a Devastator, like Boba usually does. That's kind of like what they do, I guess. But I had a lot of units, and I like started doing damage on her base, and that was like she didn't have any other units, and that was the only play she did. So I removed it, and I attacked her base with some other units, and then so she claimed on 9 resources, she played another Devastator.
Wow.
So and when Boba plays the Devastator, he does 5 damage to your base right away. So 5 more damage to the base. But I had removal for that as well. I think I had to run my Chimera into it. I don't remember quite how I killed it, but I did kill it.
Took it away
and did do damage to her base. Actually putting her on, like, she claimed I would have lethal the next turn. The only card left in her deck that would win her the game was the third Devastator. And of course, she did top deck that Devastator and played that,
of course,
doing exactly lethal with her 5 damage to my base. So that's it can happen, and it happens sometimes. But it's in a big tournament like this, you don't want to see those bad beats.
Oh god! And I understand why she apologized, because when you do something like that, it almost feels bad for the opponent. It's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
I mean, another one.
It's not her fault, of course.
Of course not.
Like, she did what she could in the game. It was going well for me, but she found her outs.
I mean, she's there to win, so
yeah,
for sure.
But that felt kind of bad.
Of course,
actually.
But
then I faced, but I mean, yeah. So that's when the jokes about having too much luck with the God box
that started to go.
Started to going on.
For sure.
So in my 3rd round, I faced a Yin Urso with a red base, a very aggressive deck.
Yeah,
but I did manage to win that 2-0. This deck can be quite good against decks like that, I think. And then I faced another Boba. This time a Data Vault.
You have Bobas, I have Obi-Wans.
Yep. Unfortunately, this was like all 3 games were. I think all 3 games was like one of either he or I won, like on one action. So I think he won the first game on like the action before I would have won it.
Oh yeah.
I won the second game on like the action before he would have won it, and same for the third game. Unfortunately, he did win the last game there.
Yeah.
So it was super tight.
Yeah.
But I lost 2-1.
That is so much Star Wars Unlimited. It's so tight all the time, and it's just so. I love that, the intensity of the game.
It was very fun to play those games because they were so tense, and so you're like on the edge the whole game, because it's.
I love that.
It goes back and forth, and then it was fun to play, but unfortunately after that I was 2-2.
Yeah.
So this was also 8 rounds. So I had to win like 4 games in a row to go to day 2.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not undoable.
Well, no,
but
it's not.
It's very tough. It's very tough.
For sure.
But then I did face a Aura Sing Data Vault. Did win that 2-0.
Yeah.
And then I lost, unfortunately, to an Obi-Wan with Virgin's Temple.
All right. It's a hard one.
Also 2-1. So all the games I lost was 2-1.
That's pretty good though.
The last game there was also so close. It was like I was 1 damage off lethal on his base.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, so I was 1 away from able to killing him with my 2 units. He didn't have any more actions to do. He didn't have anything, but I had to claim to have, because he had lethal with his Killer and Beck, I think, on my. So if I let him claim, he wins. So I have to find a sentinel to be able to survive. But I didn't find it. So
That's so annoying.
after that game, I was 3-3. So I didn't have the possibility to go to day 2 anymore. There wasn't any like side events starting around that time. So I played one more game. And I faced one of the decks you like to play, actually, Padme. With, red base.
Nice. That's what I play.
Yeah.
Or I've played lately.
Yep. And also very tight games. I lost that 2-1 as well.
All right.
But I decided to drop after that, and I played some pickup. Queen Sun's game, I think, instead. So I didn't play the 8th round.
All right. But I mean, it's so annoying when they're. I mean, I love the game because it's so tight, but it also makes it so annoying when you lose them just like for one action away or something like that. I had the same as I said. If you listen to the episode where I talk about my PQ in Graz, it was the same thing there. I won my 2 first matches and I lost before the far like continuous matches after that, and all of them were like I was 1 or 2 HP from killing them all the time, and it is so annoying. But it's also that makes the game so good.
It does, and I mean it makes all of the games were very fun to play. Yeah, so
it sounds like you had a good run.
Unfortunately, I was on like the wrong side of the small edge.
You got the god pack.
Maybe not luck. I'm not. I mean, I could have made some decisions in the games that actually would have changed it. I'm not completely. I wouldn't say that I played perfectly. Probably not. That's
of course.
So when the margins are so small, it's small decisions that actually.
But you were also out of luck because of the god pack. So
yeah, probably. and I mean I can't complain about that. So
no. But I mean it sounds like you had a fun and good run, even if you didn't end up winning as much as you wanted to. You still had a lot of tight games that were fun to play and good, like nice opponents and so on. And I mean is. I mean we played the game first and foremost because it's fun, but of course you want to win. Yeah, but it's so I get why it's annoying.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that I'm happy about how I went in the tournament, but looking back at all of the games, and they were so tight, it could have easily gone my way in all of the games I lost instead. Yeah. So that kind of feels a bit better when you think about it like that instead. Maybe better luck next time, I guess. It's just that I've had like this run now, like the three last PQs I played, I ended up in 10th 2 times and 11th place 1 time. So just outside of top 8.
Yeah, that's annoying.
and then like we had our like the final in our store league. Like the top 3 players get to play in like the Nordic
championships,
and of course I finished 4th in that league. So it's like I'm
it's
just
a curse
outside right now. It's a curse.
It's the next curse we need to break.
I have to break this curse now.
For sure.
I mean, in this tournament, I wasn't close to going to day 2, so I can't say I was just outside, but. All of the games were very close at least.
The margins were not on your side. It's like haven't been that for a while.
I guess the winds will change. I'm hopeful about that.
Yeah.
And I had
you still enjoyed the game, so
I had a great time, and I can't say it enough that this was one of the best gaming trips I've been on. It was amazing.
Nice. Nice
it was really nice.
And also was Prague.
Big shout out to the guys who we went. Yeah, we were 5 guys. We split a Airbnb in like central Prague as well. So it was super nice in the evenings to just go outside and go to nice restaurants and have good food, good beers. Yeah, it was a great trip.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Yep,
for sure.
We did miss you. Next time you have to.
Yeah, I know. I was about to go this time, but it's I think it ends up to be too much money for me. I can't like. I mean I do have the money for it.
Yeah,
but I can't motivate myself to put in all that money. So for So but
that's
it
understandable.
sounds fun. Yeah, it sounds fun. It's also it was a little bit unfortunate. I wouldn't say that, but I went down to Austria like 2 weeks before that and played the PQ, and I didn't go down there just to play the PQ. I also went down there to be with my girlfriend. But it is a lot of money to go to two places within 1 month, and so but I would like one day I will come, because it's a lot of fun. I like hanging out with you guys a lot, so I would love to have a trip like that for sure. I mean, that's cool. That sounds like that's really good.
A long talk about what I've been doing, but I mean,
as it's also important in the Star Wars universe.
As an ending of it all, it's like, if you get the opportunity to go to one of these events, I really hope you take it, because it's very fun.
For sure.
So you have also been playing.
I mean, I have, but not an RQ or anything. But I played some on our local group. I've tried out some new decks. As I said before, I started to play Padme Red. I found a deck online and tried it, and I was like, this is a lot of fun to play. Is it the best deck? Probably not, but it is a lot of fun to play, and it's performing fairly well, actually. So I'm curious if I can find new cards now and make that better. And so, but also we had yesterday, actually, we had a store showdown in Limited, which was a lot of fun. It felt a little bit weird to like buy a lot of new cards because the sets are like finishing, but we were 11 people in the store showdown, and we had a lot of fun. It was really good, really fun matches, and all of them, as you said just now, they were all super tight matches. So that was fun. But when I opened my packs, I didn't have the leaders they were not very good, and the cards didn't match the leaders at all. So I was like, oh my god, this is not good. So I ended up building an Emphys Nest deck with a yellow base, I think it was. So I built that. And then we sat around the table and talked, and they were like, oh, but you have a hero. And I was like, you're a leader. And I was like, yeah, I have, but I don't know. Do I have the cards for that? And then the others started to look at my cards, and they were like, dude, you had like the best hero deck you can ever have. And I was like, do I? So this is, again, where I can see that I'm like still new to the game. I'm not beginner anymore, maybe, but I'm still new to TCGs and to the game, because they were like, yeah, dude, you have a super good cards. And it's like, okay. So I built like in 2 minutes I just ripped off my Emphys deck and built a hero deck instead, and it turned out very well, actually. So I ended up 5th place, annoying, because we had a top 4. So I ended up 5th place, and the last match in the Swiss we played, 4 matches. And in the last game, it was me or my opponent that were going to top 4. And we played first. It was 1-1. And in the third and last match, it was he won, but I was 1 action from. And so I put out the Sentinel so he couldn't kill me. So I was about to kill him. And then he top decked a card so he could take away my Sentinel and won. If I had 1 more action, I would have won and go to top 4. So that was annoying, but I'm happy. I played well. I had a lot of fun. All the matches was super tight, and so it's a nice evening. It's a super nice venue. Also, that store where we played, there is the guy who is responsible for TCGs in that store. He's very engaged and really. He always asks us if we need anything or if we have a good time, and he tries to really like ask us and like talk to us and collaborate with us in a good way. So I really enjoy that. So
he's a great guy.
Kudos to Niklas at Spelgalaxen. He's a good guy. He really wants this community to flourish and do well. So So yeah, so I had fun with that, but I have been a little bit in a slump now because I played quite a lot with the two PQs quite like close to each other, and there have been 2 store showdowns. It's been a lot of playing lately. So yeah, but I still like the game. But
yeah.
So
that's great. And I mean,
yeah.
5th place, that's really good.
I'm super happy about it.
You're getting closer and closer. Yeah. Next time it's top 4 or
hopefully
top 8 maybe.
I mean, the last store showdown we had at Player Take It, I was top 4 at least. So I know I can do it. But I'm happy. I'm not dead last every time now. So that's good. So
it's a big improvement, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And I actually
you're getting it.
I thought about it when we started like the pre-talk to this episode. Also, we were talking about like, oh, the meta and blah blah blah, and I was like, I'm talking about meta, so I've always known what that was. So I'm like in that now, and I know the lingo a little bit, and so so I'm not a newcomer anymore. I would say I'm still a beginner though, but I'm getting there. I'm soon a moderate player.
Definitely.
Yeah. So should we go into today's topic?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. But one of the reasons I could say one of the reasons why I have like taken back a little bit on the gaming, like slowed down a little bit, is also because there's a new set coming up that most people know. I still play the game and I have a lot of fun with it, and I want to like take out everything I can with the set that is out now, the Lawless Time, because I really enjoy that set, especially when we play limited. It's a lot of fun. Also, I had a mastery in my Hera deck, and also two haymakers that helped.
Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, that's good.
That was really good. But I really enjoyed Lawless Time a lot. But we are starting to peak at Ashes of the Empire, so the next set coming up in July, and we actually got all the cards spoiled. Was it last week?
Almost, the rest of the rest that hadn't been spoiled. So that was a big chunk of cards that was spoiled
for sure. And I mean, they said it was because there was a leak or something, or I heard a rumor of that. It was a leak or something.
Yeah, but I think they actually did have give out a statement about that. Yeah, I don't remember where they did, if they did it in a article or if it was on stream when they started to spoil the cards, but
probably.
So
but
there were a leak.
My conspiracy brain, because they did the same thing before the Galactic last time. So my conspiracy brain is like, is this on purpose? I don't know.
I mean, it most definitely was on purpose because of the leak.
Yeah,
so,
of course. Yeah.
As I understand it, I don't know if that was confirmed, but it was that a playtester had leaked quite a lot of cards.
Okay.
And I mean, I guess it might be that this happens more often than we think. But because the same thing happened at least before Galactic's last year as well.
Yeah.
And they did like chose all of the cards faster there as well, because the reasoning there is that it would be an unfair advantage for the people who know that can like build decks and try decks for a longer period of time than everyone else before Galactics, and
that's fair.
I mean, it's the biggest tournament. You really want that to be as fair as possible for people. So I'm starting to think that it might be that it's. I mean, a lot of playtesters cards has to be leaked like from time to time, even like during the other sets. But I guess they might not be like as. They might not care as much about that.
They're not as vigilant
as they do before Galactics.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Or it's just like a coincidence that it's happened 2 times before Galactics. But it feels like it's could be that it happens like that more often, but it's not as.
Seems reasonable. I mean, we don't know that, but it seems reasonable for sure. Yeah.
But I definitely agree, at least before Galactic, that this is the correct call for them. As soon as they know that
I agree.
Cards have been leaked,
Yeah.
they should like show it to everyone, so everyone has the same chance to win Galactics.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, for sure. So, but what do you think about when they spoil all the cards at the same time, like they did now? What is your feeling?
I liked. Usually I like the spoil season.
Yeah.
So I like to. I think it's fun to like get 1 or 2 leaders each week to see, and also the cards, because then if you spread it out on a longer time, it's like you get to see the cards and like 3 in a pack here and 1 here, and that's fine. So I like that a lot more than just getting everything like this. It's like information overload. To scroll through and see each. It's it's quite hard to get a sense of which decks you should build and what cards you should use, and so it's unfortunate that they had to do it, but I think it's the right call.
I agree with that.
We don't have to do it in the future.
Yeah.
How do you feel? Yeah,
I mean, I agree.
The same, and
I mean, I agree with it. It's the right call to do. If they are leaked, and to have a fair Galactic, I think it's the right call to do, of course. And I mean, I don't care too much if I get to know the cards before or not. But I agree with you. I think it's more fun when they drop like, oh, here's a Jabba package, and you get 3 Jabba cards that are in the new set, or here's a like Force theme on these 2 cards, or whatever they do. So I like that, and I also like the like ramping up towards the new set, so you get into it more, and you get the tension of it, and you really, the more card you get is like you feel it coming closer, and it builds up something in me so when the pre-releases then come, it's like yes. And I also don't want to know all the cards. When I sit down on the pre-release, I want to open the packs and see some new cards. I was like, oh wow, this is a cool card. So I do that, but and at the same time, I still think it's the right call to do, since if there are leaks and the Galactic Comic episodes, as we said. But also I can enjoy now because people are starting to what is called theory craft, or like this. They're doing decks now online, and you could try stuff out, and it's like I think that's kind of fun also. But I would rather have that after the set have been released. So I like the spoiler build up for sure.
I guess for people who's going to Galactics, I guess this is. I think most of them probably like that this happened. Probably because you get a whole lot more time to actually not only theory craft and build and try out decks to actually play the deck when you finally choose a deck as well. So and like it also gives them the opportunity to get a hold of the cards they need for their deck when release happens, because if you don't when the cards release, if you're not really set on your deck yet, and you need to wait and then buy the cards, it can be it sometimes can be hard to get all the cards you need before a tournament like that, just after release. So,
but what I would like to see, because I thought about that the last Galactic also last year, is that I don't understand why they have a set release just before the Galactics. I would say like have the Galactics now in the end of this set and then release a new set. So because when you have the meta coming up, or you have a meta like settling in, like right now it's kind of open, but there is a meta at least, then do the Galactics, because that is fair, because people have had time to play the decks, and you kind of know what's you coming into. And then you release a new set, because I think it's a little bit awkward now as it is now. It's a little bit off sync for me in my head. This is my opinion, and I don't know if it's a good idea or something. But I think it's a better idea to have the Galactic and then release a set to sync that a little bit better. I would like to see that, but
I actually don't agree on that. I think it's
how dare you?
good that they do it like they do, because the Galactics is the biggest tournament. It's the tournament that gets the most like eyes on it from outside of the game as well. They do. I think it's a good thing that there is a new set. It's fresh. It's not like a stale old meta.
So it's more from a marketing point of view then.
Yeah. Like it's more fun for everyone who's gonna watch Galactics.
Yeah,
I mean,
I can see
imagine
that point.
watching like the last week of PQ's streamed. That's not as fun as the first week, because the first week you don't really know is there gonna show up a deck that no one has played, like last year's Galactics when Kylo with red base took everyone by surprise. It didn't win, but it got to the final at least.
That is true. That's a valid point, actually.
I think it's a better way to build hype, and I think it's more fun for us who's not going and maybe are gonna follow along and watch the thing.
That's a good point. I buy that. Yeah.
I think that's probably the big reason that they are doing it like this is of course for more, as you said, marketing. And it's a big sense. PR event. Like Galactics for them is a big PR event.
And now when I think back, like before the rotation, it was only Han 2. It was kind of boring to watch. And if the it would come up in a meta like that would be boring.
Or like the Django meta in the end. Like that's not a fun Galactics.
No, I hear your point, and I agree with that actually. I might change my mind
because
here.
because you never know exactly how the meta is gonna play out. So I guess it's easier for them to have a new meta at least, because then even if it's like very dominant meta, like it ends up being one deck in Ashes that takes the meta by storm. It's Galactic's still gonna be like the first tournament, so it's at least it's new in that tournament.
Okay, so you think about the Galactics as the first tournament in a new meta, but when I thought about it, it was the last. It's better that it's the first one, actually. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm big enough to do that.
Good. Nice.
But that's a very, very valid point, actually, because it is insanely boring to watch the stale metas when they like settled in. It's a little bit loose still now in the law, but I hear what you're saying, and it's kind of boring to watch the same decks over and over. So it is fun with those new surprises, like you said, with the Kylo red and so on, for sure.
I mean, the law meta is very open. That's a fun for.
I love it. I know there's a lot of people players. I know there's a lot of people who don't like too open metas. They want to know what they're facing and so on. The more competitive people, but I love it because I'm more casual player. I love it's like suddenly you face a weird deck and it's like, what is this deck? And you get I love that for sure. So, but we don't have the time because we're already almost an hour, but japping around. But we will go into the new set a little bit more in the episodes coming up now, of course. But if we start like looking into it a little bit, if we start with the leaders at least. Is there any leader that pops out, one or two leaders that you will either you just like it because it's a leader or cool, it sounds cool or whatever, or you really like, this leader I really looking forward to build a deck around this one or try to play with this one?
I mean, for me there is that I'm personally going to play or try out. At least there is definitely two leaders I'm going to try the new
Palpatine.
Thrawn. Not Palpatine, actually.
What?
I'm going to try the new Thrawn. I don't think the Palpatine leader is. I think he's going to have a tough time, and it's weird ability.
You thought that with the other one too, so.
Yeah, but it's not like it's a weird ability. It's not like control-y. That's more my style. Like, look at Thrawn instead. Like, he's an 8-drop. That you remember that from like the old Palpatine. That's very tough to make decks work with 8-drop leaders. But he's a very control-y leader and has a great abilities. So if you don't know his ability, he has you can attack with a unit and it gets restored 2 if you have the same amount of units as your opponent.
Yeah.
And then when he flips on 8. He's a 5/8 with restore 2. And on attack, if you control more units than the defending player, you may defeat a non-leader unit they control.
That's crazy.
So that's a very powerful ability.
You really need to kill I need to kill you as an opponent before you deploy Thrawn, because that is crazy.
And his ability on his like not deployed side actually helps you to try to get to 8.
Yeah, for sure.
So controlling because you can get like restore. So it's a fun, but it's a control leader, but it's still you need to have a lot of units to be able to like put out the same amount of units as your opponent. So it's I think it can be quite a fun like unit control deck.
Yeah.
So I have to try that out, and I have to try Moff Gideon out because seems like he could be crazy. I don't think he's gonna be like top tier leader, but he is 7 deploy leader, so that's quite late as well. Again. He's a 5/8. His ability action when he's not deployed is if a friendly Imperial unit was defeated. This phase, play a unit from your hand. It costs 1 less. So he has some resource cheating there. That's usually good. And then you want to play a lot of Imperials in his deck, because when you deploy him, he has the ability, this unit gains each of the following keywords if it's on an Imperial unit in your discard pile. So you want like a lot of Imperials that have been killed. But so if you have, and all of the keywords are ambush, grit, hidden, overwhelm, saboteur, sentinel, shielded, and support. So if you have an Imperial with one of those in your discard pile, he gets it. So he
crazy.
Can be kind of crazy when you deploy him. I'm not sure if it's able, or if it's going to be kind of weird to try to make it work. And if or I haven't like looked into yet if there is enough like good Imperial units, because that's like the big thing. You need to have good Imperial units to make it work.
For sure.
So maybe he's not good enough yet, but he could get better with every set as well that releases, because there's always Imperial units in the sets, I think. So it just feels like a very cool leader to play. So I have to try that out.
Yeah, of course.
But I think I'm most right now, at least, I'm really hyped on the new Thrawn.
The new Thrawn,
and of course I need to because the old Thrawn, the Thrawn 4, has gotten a lot of cards in this set as well. So I have to try that out as well. That's an old leader, but with this set, I think he can maybe get really good. And if I have to say another leader, I think can be very good. I'm not sure if he fits my playstyle, but the new Cad Bane leader probably is quite good as well.
A red
ability to just do 1 damage to a lot of units without the cost to it is really good. So we'll see.
Yeah.
And of course, I only talk about villainy leaders because we don't care about the other leaders.
The bad side.
Yeah. So how about you? What are you most hyped about?
So the first one I saw there is like, okay, I will try this, and I also think it's a good leader. It's of course Luke Skywalker. Because I think he could be a very interesting. First of all, the picture of the artwork of the card, it takes me right back to my childhood, because that is like the original Luke Skywalker in the very old movies. So that is super cool. And he has when a friendly unit's attacks ends, you may exhaust this leader, and if you do, heal 1 damage from that unit. So you heal up your units. And then he deploys at 7, so it's also quite late deploy, and he comes out as a 6/7, so he's pretty good. And then he has, when a friendly unit's attack ends, heal 2 damage from that unit or from your base. So he's a little bit more control-y than I'm used to play, but I do like to play blue decks. I have played a lot of yellow decks the last 2 sets, and I don't really like that, but I've played it anyway. Because now I'm playing Padme, she's yellow. I'm playing Sabe, she's yellow. So there's a lot of yellow, but I'm looking forward to Luke. I think he can be strong, maybe, but I think he's a little bit more controlled than I'm used to, so we'll see. Yeah. So he's very interesting, and also, as I said,
he can have potential.
I think
definitely.
so.
We'll see. It's hard. I think it's a hard. Yeah, it's hard to know if he's gonna be good or not.
Yeah,
I think we have to wait and see.
Wait and see what we can come up with.
Can do with him. Yeah.
For sure.
So is there any other?
And then another one that I think I find interesting. I don't know if it's good at all, but the Armorer. I think it's an interesting character because she has an action. She's actually a blue-green, so she's not villain hero. It's just a dual aspect. And she has an action that says play an upgrade from the resources on a unit that enter play this phase, paying its cost. If you do, resource the top card of your deck. So that's very interesting, because then you can play with a lot of upgrades. You put them down in resources and you can play them on the units that you play. So it could be interesting. And I also saw that there were some cards coming now, some upgrades coming now with the new set that are on when played, and then something happens. So I guess those are for her. And she deploys and she deploys at 5. Which I like. I like when they deploy earlier. I really like that with Sabe. If you compare that to my raid from the Legend of the Forest that deployed on 7, and also the first raid she deployed on 6. Padme could deploy on 6, and I don't have the patience to wait that long, so 5 is nice. And she comes out as a 4. Nice. Yeah, 5 is nice. So she comes out as a 4/6, which is decent. And then her ability is when attack ends, you may play an upgrade from your resource on a friendly unit. If you do, resource the top card of your deck. So she's basically only you can play resources or upgrades from the resources. And something in my head says that it might be easier for me to resource because all the cards I put down will be upgrades, more or less. And so I don't know.
I mean, it's like you get to draw a card each time you play an upgrade, almost. It's an interesting ability. I think it's.
I don't know if it's good.
Sounds like a fun leader. And I guess that it depends a lot on how much removal it's in, the meta, and how much upgrade removal, and
it's always dangerous.
An interesting leader.
Yeah, because it's dangerous with tree remembers and stuff like that and beguile and stuff like that. Would you take so I don't know, but it's interesting.
But I guess at least you played a card from your resources, so you didn't spend a card, even if the unit gets removed right away. You did, of course, use. I mean, if you played a unit and you spent an action to play it, but interesting.
It's interesting.
Leader.
We'll see, but I find it interesting. When I saw it, I was like, this is an interesting thing. So those two are the ones that I've had my eyes on a little bit on Ezra Bridger also, but I don't know. It's I really hoped for red cards for my Sabe because I want to go back to Sabe red. But I haven't had time to dig into that, but we'll see. But I think Luke Skywalker is the one I think I will try him out for sure. Yeah. But I think we will dive deeper into the leaders a little bit later, and also the set. And the set, because we will, as we usually do, we will look a little bit at the artwork, and we'll look at pick out cards that we think are interesting and stuff like that. So we will come back to this for sure.
Most definitely.
But I think we should wrap it up now because we're over an hour. We usually say we should keep the episodes around 40 minutes. We failed. Spectacularly this time. So it's a lot of japping.
Sorry about that.
No, it's sometimes we just have to jap, especially now when we had 2 weeks in between, and now it was 4 weeks.
That's good.
Bear with us, listeners. But yeah, so what you as a listener, what do you think about the news? First of all, what do you think about the whole like spoil everything at the same time, like we talked about? Do you prefer that, or do you prefer like me and Magnus when they ramp it up the tension for the new set or so? So let us know that. And also, what are your thoughts about the leaders? Is there any leader that are really like this one leader? I really want to try this one. We would love to know that. And you can write to us on Discord or on YouTube because the episodes will also be on our YouTube channel. So you can also like write a comment on Spotify because that is awesome and that helps the podcast a lot. So yeah. But we have a Discord, as I said. You can join that. There is links in the description. We also have all the episodes on YouTube. And as we said, there's also, right now, there's a twins. Right now, it will be there's later also. But there's a video about when we show the Twin Suns decks, the pre-built ones. So go check out the YouTube channel. And you can find both me and Magnus in both the Swedish and the international Discord. You can find me as Faluin and Magnus as Dragonfly. And yeah, I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
So thank you so much, everyone, for listening, and we'll talk to you again in 2 weeks. So bye-bye.
Bye-bye.